I'm here with international speaker and trainer, Lena Johnson. We are here today to talk about extraordinary living. And I understand you have a series of books that have tools, that have some old-fashioned values to get back connected with the problems that we're having today. And I'd like for you to speak on those things.
Basically, Stephen, in my travels, I've traveled around the world doing training, doing leadership and communication training. And I found that oftentimes, although people might be there for professional reasons, maybe their boss sent them there to get fixed, oftentimes it deals with the people inside, what they feel about themselves, about their self-image, about their self-respect, about how they feel others view them. And then sometimes people are simply confused and hurt by past things. So these books are really an extension of my training. And so I wrote them for young people. I have a baby book, I have a youth book, and then I have a series of books that are geared toward adults that will help them in every area of their lives. Because I feel if we have healthy adults, we can create healthy children as well. I'm on a mission to put more good in the universe. And it really started when I was in junior high. I got kicked out of every one of my classes except one for talking back to the teachers. Now, it wasn't that I was telling them to shut up. It wasn't that I was intentionally being disrespectful, but I was being disruptive because I thought I knew everything. And so I had the answers. So if the teacher said the sky is purple and I thought it was blue, then I would ask, well, what do you mean? Or, you know, I would challenge them. And so that caused a lot of problems. But instead of my mom turning the cheek, instead of her ignoring me, or instead of her just putting me into bad classes, her and the vice principal of the school really worked to help me deal with some of my challenges and to redirect my energies. So I want to encourage people to kind of get back to that, to get outside of their hurt and get outside of their pain so they can pay attention to what's going on with their children, to what's going on with their mates, to what's going on with people in society, the people that they work with, the people that they shop with, and things like that. And so I feel like these books are an extension of that teaching to help people with their problems.
In this book here, A Light is Born, 7 ways to show your brilliance. Can you explain that?
Oh, yes. This book was motivated by my niece. A couple of years ago, I found out that my brother was going to have a child, and they were going to name her Lena. Now, my middle name is Lena, and Lena means light. And so I thought, what could I do to make a difference for her? What gift could I give her that would help her to grow up to be a wonderful, well-rounded human being? And I thought there are probably 7 things. What 7 things could I share? Because people like the number 7, okay? It represents completion. And since you asked, I would love to read the letter that I wrote in the book, because I think that this really speaks to my mission, okay? Greetings. I thank our Father which art in heaven for family, friends, blessings, and miracles. I pray that all children experience joy, love, guidance, comfort, education, wisdom, and faith. Whether you are a young person in age or simply youthful in spirit, you are a miracle. Your life is a miracle, and your behavior can produce miracles when you allow your light to shine. Just as an acorn falls from a tree, children can be grown in good soil or left to be trampled. I hope that this book inspires each hand it touches, each ear that hears, each heart that beats, and that it helps to spark the light within you to shine. I dedicate this book to my nieces, nephews, and godson. This is my gift to you, to inspire you to your greatness and to help you understand how much you matter. And that is really the core of my message. I want people to know that they can be great, that we're already inherently great, and when we begin to act like it, there are amazing things that happen. And then you see it's a really lovely illustrated book, and then the first principle is love. Right. Okay? Right. And so it says, start now by saying, I love me. Because when you love yourself, you believe in yourself, and you know that you are lovable no matter what. Also, loving yourself teaches you how to love others as well. And so what I recommend with this is, if I'm doing a book signing or a reading with young people, I'll read it to them. Now, if they know how to read, I'll have them read it, and then I'll say, what are 3 ways you can show love? Right. But if they don't know how to read, then I'll read it, and I have them repeat after me, right. And then I ask them the same question. And whether we have somebody who's 3 years old or 35 years old, guess what they do? They'll tell me. And some of them will say, I'll hug my mom more. I'll tell somebody I love them. I'll tell myself I love me. And it actually works, and people start to feel better. So this is really ways to show your brilliance. And this was illustrated by W. Samantha Newman. She's a wonderful woman that lives in my hometown of St. Louis. And we really worked together because it wasn't so much about the pictures, it was about the message. But I want adults and children to start as newborns and to begin to realize how much they matter and it can make a difference. So I was inspired by little baby Lena, and I hope that the world is able to benefit by reading the book.